What's up, family? It's Warren J. Johnson coming to Real Talk Commentary, Real Talk through the Scriptures. Um, don't put up in for you too long tonight. Just want to connect some dots. This has been a very, I would say, very challenging week for black people. A very challenging week. If you're black in America, this has been a very challenging week. So much is going on. So much. But before I even start talking, let me just go here right now. If you want to write me, go to juanjohn29@gmail.com. That's juanjohn29@gmail.com. If you want to go to the GoFundMe, you can go to GoFundMe.com/real-talk media fund. But with that said, this has been a very, 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 very challenging week if you've been a native African American in this country this week. So challenging that I don't think we even realize sometimes that what's going on or what has already occurred in our past. So with that said, I just want to touch on a couple of topics. You can always chime in. If you want me to add you in, I will add you in. I would bring you in and you can talk. How many know what today is? How many know what really today really is? What today's day is? Take a guess. Today's date will be the 26th anniversary of the LA Riots. Did you know that? That on this day, back in 1992, we had the LA Riots. Isn't that amazing? Did you know that 3 years ago today, we had the Baltimore Riots? I mean, just 3 years, 2015, in Baltimore, we had the Baltimore Revolt. We had 1992, we had the famous "Can we all just get along?" Rodney King comments. I say that to say this, family. If you're not really paying attention to what these folks are trying to do, they're trying to create an atmosphere where they want to see another rebellion. They want to see another revolt. I mean, just think about this. How many of you actually made the connection to today's date, 1991, 92, we had the LA riots? If you go back, what? Remember, who remember Latasha Harlings, who got killed in 91, who was 15 years old, and the murderer, the Asian owner, killed her. And do you remember the time she got? You remember the time she got? She didn't get no time. She got a 5-year probation for shooting a 15-year-old in the head. And that was back in 91 too. So we have what? Latasha Harlings, they got killed. We had the LA riots, some 26 years ago. We got the Baltimore Revolt that just happened 3 years ago. Nobody see no coincidences with what's going on just this week by itself. Just this week by itself. This week we had what? 4 black youth that was killed in a Waffle House. Right? Think about it. 4. We had Bill Cosby. I'm not getting into his right or wrong, his innocent or guilty. I'm just dealing with the chain of events taking place this week. The chain of events that are taking place just this week that black people have had to internalize. Okay? We've had the 4 young ladies, the 4 women that was racially profiled on the golf course. Okay? That's just this week. We had the Starbucks situation where they was racially profiled. This all just happened. All this happened just last week. All this happened last week. Okay? And we're not even going to deal with the multiple brothers and sisters who've been targeted by race soldiers, agents of the states, police officers, who are still killing black people with impunity. And you wonder how we still have our right minds. I want you to think about that. See, one thing I know about the past, it's always present. Let me say this again. The one thing I know about the past is always present. And just because we as a community don't want to remember, or we've gotten so used to white male dominant society reminding us of our situations that we wait for them to tell us what happened. How many of you guys today watched the news and you heard anything about the LA riots? This would be the 26th anniversary of the LA riots that you heard nothing about. You know why? Because it wasn't 911. It was our 911, not theirs. Family, I'm going to tell you right now, I don't know when it's going to kick in. I don't know when y'all going to come around to it. White male dominant culture don't care about us. And if we don't bring up what happened, they sure enough won't bring up what happened. Okay? We have to stop waiting for these people to talk about us, talk about our issues, our concerns. And this is why I keep pushing real talk. This is why I keep pushing this. I push this because, think about it, this has been a powerful racial lynching. I would say a high-tech lynching that's taking place this week. A very high-tech, sophisticated lynching. I'm talking about, if you're black in America, this has been a high-tech, sophisticated lynching that's taking place this year. I mean, just this week. And like I said, I don't watch a lot of TV. And the TV programs I do watch, they're more educational, they're more informative. But if I was a person who was just, if I was a person who just was about garbage, who had a constant diet of television, I would be depressed. I would be perplexed. I'd be angry. I'd be upset. I'd be mad as hell, and I'd be wanting to do something. Again, we had Starbucks. We had 4 young black children who was assassinated, killed in the Waffle House. And if you still patronize the Waffle House now, you done lost your damn mind. Something wrong with you. I don't care how good the food you think it is. Something wrong with you. Family, it's time to wake up. It's time to wake up. Okay? Oh, let me not forget. Alabama just opened up a museum on the 26th and have names of 4,075 names of people who was lynched, of black people, Native African Americans who was lynched. And guess what? And 200 of them were women. All this happened in 1 week. All this happened in 1 week. And you trying to tell me that you don't feel nothing? That you can go to church or you can go to the mosque and you feel nothing? You feel nothing for your people? That because it didn't happen to you individually, it ain't happen at all? Something is wrong with the black man and woman psyche. But I tell you what they did show it. I'm gonna tell you what I'm gonna tell you what they did do this week or last week. They blew up Kanye West talking about he supports Donald Trump. Okay. They blew up Meek Mill's being released from jail, but didn't touch Mumia Jamal's on his birthday. Okay. They buried that brother from the CDC. You remember him? The brother that they disappeared in February, and they found his body about a month later. Okay. Family, let me say this again. Let me be very clear. I'm a Christian with questions, but I ain't your typical Christian. I'm nothing like your pastors. I'm nothing like your bishops. I'm nothing like your elders. I'm nothing like your overseers or your prophets, because they've been compromised. If you went to church today, if you went to the temple today, the synagogue today, and they said nothing about the state of the native African American community, that says something about them, and that says something about you. We are under attack, psychologically, physically, and spiritually. Again, I don't understand how we, as a black people, as a native African Americans, can just not care about what's going on with us. See, now you guys know, you guys been following me for years, so I'm not reacting. You know, when talking about black wasn't popular, I was talking about black. A lot of folks are playing catch up. I just want you to see that in the bigger scheme of things, there's some forces behind the scene are trying to create a war. Not just a civil war, but a race war. I'm telling you right now, you cannot have these events that have taken place just last week, and act like nothing's happened, and just go to church and go to work and you don't really feel nothing. I mean, again, I'm going to stay on this one scripture that I've been harping, because one thing I know about a word, when you have a word, you ain't got to go look for no word. When you have a word, you don't have to go look for a word. And the word I have is this. How do you say you love God in whom you've never seen, and you hate your brother that you see every day? Now, how does that tie into what I'm saying? When are we as a black people going to realize that we have an enemy that hates our children? Not just you. They hate our children. We're watching our boys and girls being slaughtered like dogs in the street. Mothers, aunties, grandmas, cousins, all fearful to let their sons go outside because they don't, not knowing if they're going to ever see their children again. When are we going to find something worth living for? Most people waiting on a rapture. I've never seen so many black people waiting for a rapture in all my life. It seems like black people have given up on their own children, on the community, on the culture, and they want so bad for a Messiah to crack the sky, to save them from this white male dominant society. I got some news for you. Ain't nobody cracking the sky right now. You need to find some courage and start defending our children. I'm going to say this again. My definition of a man is not just one person who provides for his family, who protects his woman, who gives instructions to his family and all those within his circumference. If you don't add that the definition of a man is a man who protects his culture, then you're still a boy. Let me say this again. The definition of a man is one who protects everything around him. He provides, he gives instructions, and he protects his culture. Asians protect their culture. Latinos protect their culture. Russians protect their culture. And black people in America protect nothing. Even Hitler protected his culture. Stalin protected his culture. Lenin protected his culture. George Washington protected his culture. Thomas Jefferson protected his culture. Mao Zedong protected his culture. Must I keep going? So all these brothers out here who keep trying to find excuses not to protect the black woman, the black children, or our culture, you were a disgrace to the race. You were a traitor to the culture. And you deserve to be exiled. Exiled. And I mean that. I'm tired of weak men. I'm tired of weak men who fear white male dominant culture. I'm tired of it. Tired of it. Okay? So family, again, I'm going to say this again. How do you say you love God in whom you've never seen? And you hate your brother you see every day? Because the only reason, the only plausible reason I have can come to as to why you won't protect black culture, black people, is because you hate black people and you hate black culture and you hate yourself. Ain't nowhere in the world you can go to church every Sunday or during the weekday and don't talk about the extermination that we're facing every day. Again, I'm connecting the dots just right now. On today's date, in 1992, we had the LA Riots with the famous "Can we all just get along?" Rodney King. Rodney King passed away in 2012. They found him in his swimming pool, at the bottom of his pool, and he could swim. Interesting. Okay? I mean, come on, family. Come on. I need my brothers to wake the hell up. I need my sisters to unleash these brothers. Maybe they waiting for you to give them the green light. Maybe we've gotten so we've gotten so The sisters, you've gotten so overprotected of these males, and now you're making them punks. I've never seen so many weak men in all my days. I mean, the weakness of men. Quiet don't mean weak, but not taking a stand for your people, for your culture. I'm gonna say it again. The definition of a man. Let me take a swipe at manpower. Mr. T.D. Jakes' manpower. He's been doing for the last umpteen years. And look at the weakness of men since manpower. So all we're gonna do is talk about spiritual things, right? And not protecting the culture. We don't protect the culture. You don't want to protect the culture. I watched the French President Macron speak to the Congress, and every time he said, "We must protect the culture," I knew damn well he wasn't talking about black people. And every time he said protect the culture, those white males in that Congress got up and they stood to their feet and they were just clapping for him. He wasn't talking about black culture. He was talking about white male dominant society, white male dominant culture. See, most people, can we be real? Some of us are so multicultural, so multicultural that when you start hearing a real man talking about protecting that black woman, that black child, that black culture, it scares you. You know why? Because I got some white folks in my family too, and you done lost your damn mind. I got some of my family too, but guess what? When I get pulled over, they don't ask me what my religion is. They look at my black face. Let me see your hands. Put your hands on that steering wheel. Okay? And me big, black, with locks, I don't get too many passes. Okay? So again, I'm going to say to you again. Do you know what today's date is? You say white male dominant, white. Anyway, well, I'm trying to read what y'all read. John, that was the first thing that came out the white person's mouth. Is all I got is black friends. Look, ain't no. Y'all type so fast, I can't. I'm trying to keep up. But again, family. Again, mark the date. Google it. Bing it. Today's date. Some 26 years ago, we had the LA riots. On today's date, 3 years ago, we had the riots in Baltimore, the revolt in Baltimore. And I believe with everything in my heart that these folks was trying to manufacture a riot for last week. I'm telling you. Just last week. Starbucks, the golf course, 4 blacks getting killed, and the dude gets apprehended. Are you serious? And brothers are still being gunned down by showing their hands? Come on, man. I'm a new type of, you know what? If the old culture is not working, then we need to discard it. So I'm going to propose something. Because this old way ain't working. Again, it was just 55 years ago that a 10-year-old white male could tell a 45-year-old, a 55-year-old, a 65-year-old, a 75-year-old, a 85-year-old black man what to do. And if that black man didn't do what that young white male told him what to do, he could have been lynched or castrated or both. And that was just 55 years ago, people. It was just 50 to 55 years ago that a 10-year-old, a 12-year-old, hell, I even say a 9-year-old white boy child could tell a 25-year-old man, a 35-year-old man, a 45-year-old man, a 55-year-old man, a 65-year-old man to do something. That's why I say black men are still functioning on boy status. He said, look at the guy who did the shooting last week with the 4 people. Look how they apprehended him. Yeah. It seemed like when white folks can kill as many people as they want to, and they'll be apprehended, and you say the wrong thing out your mouth, you dead. Matter of fact, you just move, you dead. Family, I am a new type of man in the earth. Quiet as it's kept. New type of man in the earth. Because this old way, it ain't working for me. Now, it may work for you. It does not work for me. You can read all the Bible you want. Even the scriptures don't want us to sit back here and get killed. Turn the other cheek. They know not what they're doing. They know what the hell they're doing. Okay? So again, I just want you guys to realize this, man, that there's going to be a war. And, I mean, you think about it. They really, I mean, you got white folks now. I mean, again, we just had the 60-minute special last week on lynchings. It's almost like, if you think about it, this white man knows that they have not properly educated their children by keeping things out the book, out of history. So they can't put everything in a book immediately, so they have to do a mass education, a mass information drive, meaning they seen the time is running out for them. They seen the opioid drug cases are killing them off. They're averaging maybe 50, 60,000 deaths a year. The ones that survive, they're no good. If they have children, the babies are addicted. And a lot of them, when I say no good, I'm saying they're not able to reproduce no more. But they've been miseducating, not just black folks, Asians, and whites. Everybody in America has been miseducated. Everybody. So they're seeing a need to shock the whole nation and tell the whole world now what they've done to us. And I got a funny feeling they're really trying to maybe offer a little small reparations. I got a real funny suspicion that they want to do a little reparations for us. Just a little reparations. To say we did something for them. Now, can we all just get along? Hell no. Hell no. We can't. No. Not just yet. Not just yet. Again, family. To the men. How do you say you love God whom you've never seen? And you can't even talk to your brother in the church or in the mosque or in the neighborhood. You're afraid to talk to guys on the street. How? I'm going to try to read some of what you guys says. Black community schools don't even have black history classes. Let me say something. We are crazy for turning our children over to the oppressor for education. It is not up to the schools to teach our children about our history. It's up to us. And the more we keep turning our most precious commodity over to our children, they're going to keep miseducating them. He said, I just want to know what God do they pray to. John, they pray to the God. They pray to they pray to the devil. That's what they pray to. I'm gonna say this right now. This country has never, ever practiced Christianity for 24 hours. Ever. If they did, they would have to give back everything they ever stole. They have to provide reparations for the folks, the children of the folks they've killed. They've never, ever practiced Christianity. And let me say this right now. And I'm very clear. Yes, I claim Christianity. I claim that. But I know my folks that came out that boat, they didn't come here as Christians. I'm very clear about that. And so anybody who talking about something, we came up as Christians, you're gonna lie, you're lying. We came from a boat. Again, we were snatched here. Free men made slaves. Free men and women. We weren't slaves, we was free men. Made slaves. Okay? So that I just wanted to get that out there. But before that, hold on, watch this. I want to read something to you that I kind of wrote. Blacks in America have tried to live equally in post Garvey. Well, we tried to live equally with these people. We had examples in the earth like Garvey. Garvey had the trading, he had the building, he tried to unite black people. What did they do to him? They tried him, they convicted him, and they deported him. We tried civil disobedience and peaceful protests with Martin. What they do? They killed him. Okay? We tried organization, separation, self-reliance, self-defense under Malcolm. What they do? They killed him. Okay? We tried militarism. We tried education. We tried the Black Power, the Black Pride with the Black Panther Party. What they do? They dismantled it and killed Huey. And they killed Fred. Okay? Come on now. We tried to organize our own communities. They dropped the bomb on Move in Philadelphia. Okay? We tried hip-hop. That was positive at one time. Remember when hip-hop first came out? You know, Fight the Power. Remember when hip-hop first came out with Queen Latifah? Okay? What they do? They weaponize hip-hop now. And they turn it against us. And now you see more guys that's more effeminate. And they mistreat women. And they hate women. A lot of these youngins don't even like women no more. Come on, man. Come on, family. Family, we got to wake up. We have to get off this titty of individualism. And black men must redefine what a man is. And if you don't have a definition, take this one. A black man is a person who protects his family, who provides for his family, who gives instructions to his family, but he protects his culture. He protects his culture. He said, I don't care what nobody says. Louis Farrakhan had something to do with Malcolm X's death. Man, look here, right now, Malcolm X's death, Louis Farrakhan, we're facing extermination. We are watching ourselves get killed on television. Those lynchings they used to have picnics for now they just turn on CNN, MSNBC, Fox, or your regular television stations, and you're seeing us being lynched. And that's what we do. Watch and say, oh man, see what they're doing to us? I can't believe this is happening again. Post-traumatic slavery disorder is real, family. We need Tupac to come back and change his music flow to these youngins. It ain't even music. This mumbo stuff ain't even music. They ain't even saying nothing. It's just a good beat. Just a good beat. Watch this. I said something earlier this week. I said, I'm a 60s baby, okay? And I'm still talking about issues from the 60s and 70s in the 21st century, right? So imagine what the next generation will be talking about 50 years from now. They're going to be talking about Meek Mills, Beyonce, the Black Panther the movie, not the Black Panther the organization, the Black Panther the movie. Okay? This is what they're going to be talking about. Bill Cosby. Nothing about black self-reliance, black self-confidence, black group economics, nothing. Let me say something. And I believe this with all my heart. All my heart. Any man or woman who has a desire to change the world, they must have an insatiable appetite for their people. You know, people talk about Trump all you want to, right? Trump became the president because he tapped into white genetic survival. And they put him in office. Mao Zedong, Gorbachev, anybody who's ever did anything for their people, the leader had an insatiable appetite for his people. And he was unapologetic. Omar Gaddafi had an insatiable appetite for his people. Saddam Hussein had an insatiable appetite for his people. Adolf Hitler had an insatiable appetite for his people. And they changed the world. He didn't focus on nobody else. That's why, look, I love everybody, but I have a special love for the Native African American, because there's no other group of people in the world like us. And I'm about to make a comment that may blow your mind. But if you say you subscribe to the Elohim, the self-existent God, the promise-keeping God, the God of the future, the God who knows the beginning, the end, the first and last, the God who knew that this white devil was going to come to Africa, snatch our children, snatch my great-great-great-great-great-grandmama and granddaddy, and bring them here. Let me just offer you a perspective that maybe nobody's ever said to you before. I believe that the Creator knew this white man was so devilish, so demonic, so wicked, that he had to snatch a group of Africans, that he allowed for the snatching of a group of Africans from the continent and deposit them in this country. You know why? Because he knew that there's nothing that will stop the wickedness in this man's heart. Okay? This is the only group of people who ever used a nuclear bomb. And they dropped it on Japan. Not one bomb, 2 bombs. 2. This is the same group of people who committed genocide of the Native Americans in this country. This is the same group of people who brought freedmen to South America and North America, dropped us off here, and kept us enslaved, kept our ancestors enslaved for years, forbid them to read or to write, and if they read or write, they would get killed or beat. Okay? The same group of people who decimated the Tasmanian people of Australia, or the Aborigines of Australia, who don't live comfortable with nobody. Nobody. He can't live at peace with nobody. Nobody. So I believe in God's infinite wisdom. I believe in the Creator's infinite wisdom. I'm going to say it again. I believe in the Creator's infinite wisdom. That He saw that I got to bring a people here into America and let them go through the worst slavery. Look here, the biblical stories in the Bible can't touch what the African and American has gone through in this country. The Jewish Holocaust can't touch what we have gone through in this country. You say what you want. Okay? Nobody can touch what we've gone through. Nobody can go touch the Holocaust that we've gone through. Nobody can touch that. But I believe God, in His infinite wisdom, He saw, if I don't bring these group of people and deposit them into this land, that this white male will destroy the earth. And I'm going to tell you right now, I really believe if the African and American was not in America, you would have seen a bomb dropped in Africa right now. Because they don't care. They don't care. If they drop it on the Japanese, okay, they not just one, they drop two. They would drop it on us. You chew on that for a while. Chew on that. Think about that. Think about that. He would have, Elohim, God in His infinite wisdom, allowed for black people to be here today because He knew that this white male dominant culture will stop at nothing and have no loyalty to nobody but to their culture. And right now today, you have Putin and Trump and what's that boy from Korea? Everybody talking about nuclear wars, nuclear bombs. You know who's not talking about nuclear bomb? Black people. You know why? Ain't not one black country got a nuclear bomb outside of India and Pakistan. And the Asians. But is it one black country like South Africa, Kenya, the Congo, Ghana? Do they have bombs? No. The only ones with bombs is white male dominant culture. But you know what's crazy? We cool with that because you know what? We protect it because we Americans. If you lived through last week, you realize as a black person, you was not American. You were Native African who happened to be in America. Starbucks is a reminder. Okay? The Waffle House shooting that you should be boycotting. You already know I'm boycotting everything anyway. It doesn't matter to me. I mean, look here. If I got to be on this bread and water for the rest of my life, I'll boycott all these stores. I don't need a whole lot. See, what the problem with us is this. We have to have those shoes, those Coach bags, those Burberrys. We got to have those Herms. We got to have those MKs. We got to have all that bull crap, those third-rate items. While we being slaughtered like dogs in the street. Come on, man. Some of us, man, look here, man. Again, I'm a new type of Christian. I am not that what you see in your churches. I am not that at all. I'm a new type of Christian. Matter of fact, a new commandment I give unto you, that you love one another as I have loved you. And by this love, all men will know that you are my disciple. If you have love one to another, I love my brothers more than I love myself. I love my community more than I love myself. I love my culture. Okay? I love my culture. So when somebody asks you, what's the definition of a man? You tell them a man that protects, provides, give instructions, and love his culture. If you don't love your culture, you are not a man. You're still a boy. I'm going to say it again. If you don't love your culture, you are still a boy. And I'm not talking about no white culture, no Asian culture. I'm talking about your African culture. That culture, that one you try so hard to get away from. Okay. John said, I don't go to church no more. I don't go to church as much either. And that's even, I don't church like I used to either. But I love the church more now than ever before. I love black people more than ever before. I can recall some 20 years ago, I asked God, just give me a revelation of relationship. Just give me a revelation of relationship. Got it. Got it. Got it. And it supersedes just a love for the body of Christ. Because the body of Christ, any body of Christ, is colonial Christianity, which teaches you to hate your brother, your mother, your father, and your community. This is crazy. So again, I just wanted to share that family, because everybody's not asleep out here. You know, everybody's not just going to church, giving high fives, having a good time, and I mean, there are people really paying attention to what this white boy about to do. It's about to be, look, it's about to get. Let me say this right. If you can watch television and you are satisfied with seeing white men call the shots that affect black people, something's wrong with you. If you are satisfied with Trump, Macron, Merkel, German Merkel, all these, the European Union, call shots for us, something's wrong with you. I just have a serious relationship with the us. I hear you, Yvonne. I hear you. You know, but you know what? When the scripture talking about the kingdom of God is at hand, you know what he's saying for real? What he's saying is this. The rulership of God is at hand. What do you mean? Let me explain. I say I'm a Christian, right? So we have our own set of rules. I'm not a Democrat nor a Republican. But if I decide to side with one, it's on some issues. Because at the end of the day, my theocracy trumps democracy. Or the Republican Party. Okay? That's just me. So when I read scriptures, I'm reading with an understanding that, you know what, that it applies to me. Okay? I'm not going to go there. I'm not going to go there. I just want us to wake up. Church is about the money. It's a fashion show. But you know what? Again, John, you're correct. We need to stand up. Yvonne, you're correct. Kathy, I pray we wake up. We will wake up when more people like myself continue to talk. For evil to triumph, good men must remain silent. Okay, it's gonna remain the way it is until we decide to say something. I just want men to wake up and be men. I want men to start protecting not just their wives and their families and stop being so damn selfish, but protect your culture. And if the culture that you don't like don't work, then recreate a new culture. Recreate a new culture. Nothing's telling that we have to abide by a 50-year-old plan that's not working for us no more. If it's not working, strip it up and do something different. Again, I'm not waiting. I'm not marching. I'm not saying, no, can we all get along? I'm not doing that. This is, like I said, Rodney King on this day said that 26 years ago, can we all just get along? And we still saying, can we all just get along? It's apparently that we can't all just get along. It's okay. It ain't even personal. Okay? But we, as a native African American community, must begin to wake up. whether you're a Jew, whether you're a Hebrew Israelite, whether you're a Muslim, it doesn't make a difference. Because when they pull your ass over, or when they run up on you, they don't come at you and say, "What's your religion?" They see your black skin, and your skin is your religion. Your skin is your judgment. Okay? You need to call the group. I'm supporting Paul Montreal for Beach. Check him out. He needs some numbers. Send me Paul's information. I'm on the fence. I haven't chosen nobody yet. The only person I'm wondering right now is Tanya Brooks, District 9, for the seat. So it's starting in place in the community to meet people. A door knock. That's good. Do something. I look at, if you're out there, I look at the Spanish people sit together, all race messed up. That Willie Lynch. John, what was that? John said, look at the Spanish people sit together. Our race is messed up. Well, here it is. Yes, the race is messed up. But guess what? There is a sound. There is a sound. And when you hear it, respond to it. If you here it is. Do you know how long I've been asking people to support Real Talk? I got Real Talk Incorporated last year. Yeah, and you know what I'm trying to do. If anybody read anything I wrote or I've posted out there, you know what I'm trying to do. I shouldn't have to prove myself no more. Well, I don't mind proving myself, but I've been consistent for years. People still wait for somebody else to, help me build this thing. But it's okay, because I already know the money is here. It's here. The money is here. Just a matter of time before you're gonna start seeing Real Talk everywhere. I got some folks lined up right now that I'm doing split screens. We're gonna start talking issues, not just me talking, because I want to hear what you got to say also. Okay? But I just need us to realize this, in the bigger scheme of things, that we need to wake up. Before you find yourself in a FEMA camp, okay, headed towards some type of extermination. Man, I know you was into this, man. Many, many times I came across you, man. We still hang out. Yeah, that's right. Regardless of Muslims and Africans too. That's true. Yeah. Look, family, I just want us to wake up. I want you to wake up. I want you to know that they're trying to create a racial powder keg. We don't have the guns. We don't have the ammunition. Yeah, for every one person to have a gun, about 20 white folks got guns. Come on, man. We don't need, but black people don't even black people, for real, I think, let me say this. We used to be the moral compass of this nation. I'm going to say this again. The black community used to be the moral compass of this nation. After King got killed and they set up for integration, we gave up so much just to be with them. To now, every time you hear a black person talk about we, in reference to this nation, they forget about their own history. They don't even recognize their own history. There is no we. We're like in jail. You don't even realize it. We're really in jail. Yeah, okay, we have some. Okay, we vote and we boycott and all that, but again, you got to remember, we never came here invited. Well, they are looking for a great leader in this country, and since Paul worked with President Obama, they love it. Well, I think Paul may be compromised, but I'm gonna look into his information. I'll check him out. I'll check him out. You know, these days you gotta have so much money. When you running, you gotta have so much money. Trust me, as a treasurer, you need money. The whole game is about money. If you don't have the money, it's kind of hard to get out there. But we do have an equalizer, and that's the internet. Internet is a great equalizer because you may not have the money, but you have the notoriety in your face. Like me, I mean, I don't have all the money, but you know, enough people have seen me and watched the videos. They know that, you know what, I'm out there like that. So you get long-winded. I'm about to cut it off. I'm about to cut it off. So look, I want to thank everybody for showing up tonight. Again, I will bring you in if you want to come in when I'm talking. I don't always want to just have a monologue. I would love to have a dialogue. But again, we're under attack, people. Man, I'm at work enjoying this weather, trying to get my work done. I'm still enjoying this. I appreciate soldier. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. We're under attack, family. And the only people who's going to save us is us. Is us. Okay? Again, you want to write me? Go to juanjohn29@gmail.com. That's Juan, J-O-A-N, John, J-O-H-N, 29@gmail.com. If you want to send any type of trying to help me build this facility, go to GoFundMe.com, Real Talk Media Facility. You'll see it. You won't see a picture of me, but you'll see it. And let's build this media facility, because the assumption is this, that and don't forget to share this, and I'm going to YouTube it too, but share it also. And we need it. As many people can share it and reshare it and reshare it. We need to really. So can we expect live nightly? Yes. Look, so can we expect live nightly? You know what? I'm gonna have to come. I'm gonna step it up maybe 2 times a week, maybe 2 times a week, live nightly. There's so much going on. I mean, my concern about is us. At the end of the day, I think that we may not have social media forever. I know we're not. Anything they made, they can take away. Facebook is not permanent. Twitter's not permanent. Instagram, Instachat. These things, they're not permanent. They're owned by other people. And they decide to pull them, what you're going to have. That's why we need to start working on getting ours right now. Right now, people. Okay? We need ours. We need ours right now. So again, I want to thank everybody for tuning in. I'm trying to come so late. I know I'm late. So I'm going to make a commitment on Sundays. I'm going to still keep going on Sunday, but I'm going to come a little earlier and not so late. I know folks want to go to bed and get up and go to work tomorrow. I'm definitely sharing on my page, Paul's page. Yes. But again, the scripture says this again. How do you say you love God in whom you've never seen, and you hate your brother? I need you to summon some love and start protecting our community, our culture, not just our women, not just the children, but the culture. The true definition of a man is he protects, he provides, he gives instructions, and he protects his culture. And if you're not protecting your culture, no matter how you cut it, you're not a man. You have the body, but not the mind. I know a lot of big youngins out here right now. You have the body, but not the mind. If you don't see the importance of protecting your culture, if you don't see the importance of protecting your culture, and look here. Look. Did you see? Wakanda. It was about protecting the culture. Okay, and that was a fake movie. That was a fictional movie. I'm talking about real life. Okay, good night, Yvonne. Be with you, and let us all remember to pray and keep God first. That's right, keep God first. Okay? So again, thank you all for tuning in. Appreciate. For those who got here late, I would advise you to I'll have to post it up in a matter of minutes, hopefully. But this is a good broadcast. I need you to pass it on because I'm just connecting the dots. Again, today would be the 26th anniversary of the LA Riots. It's the 3-year anniversary of the Baltimore Riots. Okay. Today. So, again, I want to thank everybody for tuning in. She said, I'm going to Wakanda. Go to Wakanda, Yvonne. Go to Wakanda. I just need the brothers to stand up. Please, brothers, stand up. Check these youngins out here. At the expense of going to your grave. A whole generation we're losing because we won't say nothing to the. We're losing a whole generation of youngins because nobody won't speak to them. We're afraid to talk to these youngins. Okay? You can't say you love God and you hate your brother. I'm going to say it again. You cannot say you love God and you hate your brother who you see every day. I didn't say it. You cannot say you love God and you hate your brother. You're a lie. Okay? Yes, Yvonne, I will tell people when I'm coming back on. But just hit the follow. When I come on, it'll give you, it'll chime and let you know that I'm on. Okay? But again, I want to thank everybody for tuning in, for taking time out your busy day to check out the broadcast. Again, if you want to come in, I will bring you. Yvonne, you want to come in? I can bring you up, bring them on camera. It'll be my first time, but you know I will. Okay? Again, I'm not going to hold you hostage. I thank everybody for tuning in, but I need my brothers to start stepping up. I need the males, the men, to step up and take some responsibility for what's going on in our streets, in our family, and our culture. Is that yes? You want to come on, Yvonne? Because you know I'll bring you on. Is that yes? You do, Yvonne? I'll bring you on. Let me see how to do this. You said yes. Hold on. I thought you said you was going to bed, woman. But I'll bring you back. I'll bring you on. Let me see something. Okay. This is new. Let me see something. I'm bringing you on, Yvonne. Watch this. Bring Yvonne on. You better have something to say too. Oh, girl, I've just hit you. Oh, okay. It says adding. You better stop it then. Or say disregard. I don't know. On your end, it could be saying yes. Or let me hit the button right here. Okay, I stopped it. Again, I want to thank everybody for tuning in. Thank you. I appreciate it. But pass it on. Pass the word. There's a new type of Christian that's out here. And that's one that loves his people. Not just love God. Not just love the body. But loves his people. His black people. I love everybody, but I have a special love for my people. And I'm unapologetic about that. Okay? And you need to be too. Period. Okay? And again, I'll see you this week. Stay strong. Stay encouraged. Stay focused. We're in a fight. But we're going to win. We were destined to win. Trust me. And if you're black in America, you're exceptional. You ain't supposed to be here. Many have died at the hands of our white brother. Okay? I know God is love. God is love. But he that loveth not knoweth not. And they don't love. You can't convince me. Now, maybe some individuals, but as a collective, no. You can't convince me. You can't. You just can't. Their silence as a nation with the Waffle House shooting, they worried about what Trump ain't saying. I mean, I'm not surprised Trump ain't saying nothing about the Waffle House shooting. Trump ran on today. He ran on. I'm not surprised. So, again, thank you. And remember, it is not how much you know. It's how much you care. And a lot of folks know a lot, but they don't give a damn about you. They don't care. It's not how much you know. It's how much you care. Stay encouraged. God bless you. In Jesus' name. I'm out. Peace.